Welcome back to my class, children. The topic that I am going to teach today is coelentrates from class 11 Animal Kingdom. As I told you in my first 3 lectures, I have already given you a lot about coelentrates while teaching the comparative, development of the various invertebrate. जब मैंने non-chordate को comparative में पढ़ाया था, I have already given you most of the points. Those points and some extra we will be dealing in detail in today's lecture. First, you must notice that coelentrates are also known as cnidarians, right? They are called as coelentrate. You know why? Because cele means cavity, entron means gut. These are the first organisms which developed a gut or a digestive system. So they are called as coelentrates. They are also called as cnidarians because they have a special structure called as cnidoblast. I'll teach you today. And that cnidoblast, it helps in defense, offense, capture of food. Since that cnidoblast is found only in this group of organisms, so we call them as cnidarians. First habitat, we know that coelentrates are mostly marine, very few of them like hydra, that is freshwater. Now if you go to the body form, you will see that I told you in case of polypherans, being an animal they were sessile. मैंने कहा था polypherans animal है लेकिन body non-motile यानी कि sessile है. Animals are actually meant to be motile. The first type of animal which made an attempt to be motile, जो अपने आप को motile बनाने की कोशिश किया, that was coelentrate. But they were little hesitant. भाई एक बार में they did not become motile. I always tell you, you will find some transition forms, from this to this. So in here, some organisms are, sessile. The sessile, see, that is attached to the substratum. The sessile form is called as polyp. And some of them, they have become motile. You can see the tentacles. They are called as the medusa. This is called as the medusa. So the free living is umbrella-like. You can see this is called as medusa. And the sessile, it is normally cylindrical and it is called as polyp. Now I want to tell you this. Some organisms are polyp all their life, like hydra. Hydra is like, it is sessile. It will remain like this only. So say this is my hydra. They may have tentacles. Right, but they are sessile throughout their life. There are some like Aurelia. You must have seen jellyfish, beautiful. You'll see it in any aquarium. That is also coelentrate. They are motile all through their life. But there are some coelentrates which show an alteration between the two forms. That means half their life they are polyp and half they are medusa. This is called as alteration of generation or metagenesis. Again unique to coelentrates. But this I will be dealing in my next slides. So I just want to tell you, if you realize, if you look at this diagram, it is from your NCERT. This is the polyp and it seems the polyp has been inverted. ये tentacle नीचे की तरफ आ गया and they became swimming and they became the medusoid form. So basically the body exists in two forms, that is the sessile form is called as polyp and the motile form that is called as your medusa. Now I told you in some of them like Obelia, hydra is only polyp. Aurelia is only a medusa, but there is another organism called as Obelia. The example is very important. Look at this. The polyp gives rise to medusa and the medusa gives rise to polyp. This alteration from polyp to medusa and medusa to polyp, this is called as alteration of generation, जिसको हम metagenesis भी बोलते हैं. We call it as metagenesis also. Very, very, very important for your school exam particularly. Now look at this. This polyp basically, it just detaches, it forms a bud and polyp asexually gives rise to medusa. Polyp asexually gives rise to medusa and this medusa will now form the gametes, male and female gamete which will fuse to form zygote. This zygote will form the larva, this again shows larva which will again form the polyp. That means polyp asexually forms the medusa and medusa sexual reproduction forms polyp and this alteration between the polyp and the medusa in few of the cnidarians, this is called as metagenesis. A very typical example to this is Obelia. Okay? So this is about the body forms. Now that we have done the body form, now let us look at the symmetry. We know that they are radially symmetrical. I already told you, when you cut, any plane passing through the center will divide it into two equal halves and the body is again divided into two layers, the ectoderm and the endoderm. The cells, since they are arranged in two layers, so this type of organism is called as diploblastic and the level of organization is tissue. the cells, they have been organized or differentiated to form tissues. So I have given you 3 points here which we have already discussed. The symmetry is radial symmetry, germ layer is diploblastic, the level of organization is actually tissue level of organization. Is that clear? Now if you look at the internal structure of the body, how does it look? Okay? If you look, they have a typical blind sac plan. I told you what is a blind sac plan earlier also. I told you that there is a single opening which actually acts as the mouth and the anus. So the sac, the digestive sac, it comes to a blind end. It does not move to the other end to form a continuous tube. So this is called as a blind sac plan. There is only one aperture that leads into this gut or the gastrovascular cavity, and since they are the first one to have a gastrovascular cavity, so we call them as coelenteron. Hence the phylum is called as coelenterate. Right? The mouth here, you can see it is surrounded by a number of tentacles. So this is the typical structure. This is the blind sac plan, and the mouth of the hypostome, it has a lot of tentacles. So what is the function of tentacles in them? Let us try to see this. The tentacles are also used for locomotion. You can see they are doing somersaulting. Somersault means you can see that this is a hydra, right? Now it has bent with the help of tentacles. Now it will stand up and then it will come here somersaulting. Since they are non-motile, so they use their tentacles for movement, and moreover the tentacles are used to capture the prey. Okay? So this is how the body looks from outside. Now if you go to the internal side of the body, I told you the body is divided into 2 layers. The outer layer is called as ectoderm and the inner layer is called as endoderm. In between, you know that a jelly-like layer called as mesoglia is present in case of diploblastic organism. Now if you take a good look, this ectoderm has a special type of cells. If I make an enlarged view of that cell, you can see this, the tentacles throughout. They have a special type of this ectoderm, especially the ectoderm of the tentacles. They have a special type of cell. This cell is called as nidoblast or nidocytes. That is why they are called as nidarians. This is very important question for your school exam. It will come like what are nidoblast or nidocyte cells, where are they found and what is its function. So these are special cells. They are found only in coelentrates or nidarians, and they have 3 functions you learn. One is it helps in anchorage, second it helps in defense, and third it helps in an offense, that is, and third it helps in food capture. I'll just show you how. See this is a nidoblast cell. This is a typical nidoblast cell when it is in a normal form. They have a special type of thread-like structure within. Whenever they see a food or a prey or they want to anchor, this thread is thrown to the outside. Look at this. This is discharge, and they also have a needle-like cell. Now with this needle-like cell, they do defense and offense. This helps in defense and offense, right? And also in paralyzing the prey. And this they will come. Now this they will use either for anchorage or they will just wind it around their prey and try to engulf it. And this needle plus this also helps in defense and offense. I'll just show you a diagram, then you will see. See here. This is how it works. So this is the tentacle. This has special cell called a nidoblast cell. Normal it looks like this. It has a coiled thread. The moment this gets triggered, it will throw it off. It will just put it around the prey and helps to capture the prey, offense, defense, and also for anchorage. Okay. So this is very important. This is typical only to coelentrates. So you will learn that. Now some of the nidarians, they may have calcium carbonate depositions on top of them. Calcium carbonate का deposition होता है and they form corals. Most of the corals that you see in the ocean, they are basically living organisms and they are actually coelentrates. This is coelentrate which having a deposition. If you go to say like Andaman Nicobar Islands, or if you go to these places, Andamans, if you go, there are a lot of corals. But you cannot take a coral and bring it. It is illegal because these are living organisms. So this is sort of a biodiversity protection. अगर आप coral ले आ रहे हैं तो you are actually killing living organism. People bring it for decoration and other purposes. It's quite illegal over there. You cannot pick up a dead coral from the shore and bring it. You have to buy it from an authentic shop after paying the duties. Only then it is allowed, or you can be put to jail. Why? Because these are living organisms to prevent their exploitation. Right. So this with this the structure of coelenterate is complete. Now we'll come to each and every systems. Now before that, let us quickly revise. Coelentrates, they are mostly marine. Now how the body exists in two form, either it is free living or it is sessile, polyp, and some are only polyp, some are free living, and there's an alteration between the two in some like Obelia. This is called as metagenesis. If you look at the body, it is a blind sac. The center part is called as the gut. Then it has two layers, ectoderm and endoderm. Now, and it has a group of tentacles which is helping locomotion and capturing the prey. Now, the ectoderm, especially around the tentacles, it has a special cell called as nidoblast cells that helps in anchorage, offense and defense, and capture of food. Right? So, and some of them, they may have an external deposition of calcium carbonate. They are popularly called as corals. Now coming to digestive system, you know it very well complete, very well. This is the first organism jahan par we had a digestive system, but the digestive system is incomplete. A single opening, it serves as the mouth, and the same opening basically it also acts as anus. When it takes in food, part of the food is digested within this gut and part of it is digested within the cell. I told you such a type of digestion, it is first extracellular and then intracellular. Adha food, they digest it in the gut, and the remaining food is digested in the remaining undigested food is digested in the cells. So at both the places, the digestive enzymes they are formed. Come after digestive system, we will move to respiration and excretion. Since the body is quite unorganized at tissue level, right? So there is no other particular excretion or respiratory surface. It just happens through the body surface. No circulatory system, no excretory system, no respiratory system. Yes, nervous system is present. Why? Because the body is organized into tissues. So the cells need to be coordinated. But I told you, in them, the neurons, they are actually found in the form of a net. Right? So the most primitive type of nervous system is found here. That is also called as nerve net. Once we have done all the systems, we will move for reproduction. You know that in coelentrates, there is a very common asexual reproduction called as budding. You have also heard regeneration. Class 10 में आपने पढ़ा था, if you cut the body of the hydra into pieces, each piece develops into an adult. So obviously regeneration is also very common in them. So these are the two types of asexual. देखो, animals में normally sexual reproduction है, but these are the most primitive. So they show some asexual reproduction. Gradually asexual reproduction इनके बाद खत्म हो जाएगा. ठीक है? Hardly एक दो में rarely you will find them in non-chordates. Now let us come to sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, I told you that they are hermaphrodite. That means the male and female gametes, they are formed in the same body. That is, they are bisexual, also called as monoecious. So they are bisexual. We can also call them as monoecious, right? And we can also call them as hermaphrodite, as we had learnt it in case of Porifera. But in Porifera, the fertilization was internal. Here it is external. Both the egg and the sperm, they will form zygote. Like Porifera, they also have an intermediate stage called as larva. One of the common larva in them is planula larva. Larva ऐसे आता नहीं है. This is just for your interest. जहाँ तक हो सके learn NCERT first. Just be thorough. 99% question will come from NCERT. This is for your, and this larva will then develop into the adult form. Right? Now this adult can be either a polyp in case of it is a metagenesis, or it can be medusa only if it is a organism which is only in the medusoid form. So let us see once again. They form gametes. The gametes are formed in the same body. They are released. The fertilization is external, followed by a larva, and the larva will then give rise to an adult. So this is about the sexual reproduction. Once we have done the coelentrates, now it is time. This is just showing the two types of larva, planula and ephyra. In some of them, they have two types of larva. They have many larval forms. Planula is one of them. I am showing in a jellyfish. Jellyfish, it shows two types of larva. Now I am just showing this planula larva. Now some of the important examples. I told you, you learn all the examples from your NCERT. The mnemonic for this is OMG Papa. Oh my God Papa. OMG Papa. Right? So one is when you come across all the examples, you will find that. So let us find that. M यहाँ पर क्या है? M is Meandrina, which is also called as the brain coral. देखो brain जैसा दिखता है. ठीक? G is O is Gorgonia. Right? G is Gorgonia. It looks like a fan. So we commonly call it as sea fan. आता है, sea fan belongs to kingdom which, or sea fan is also known as, what is the other name for sea fan? So sea fan belongs to kingdom Animalia, Coelenterate, and this is actually a type, the scientific name is Gorgonia. OMG, I don't know, I have put it extra, then come on to Papa, P is Physalia. This is called as Portuguese man of war. इसको ऐसा देखकर लगता है like Portuguese when they went to war, they would put some sort of helmet. So it just reminds us of them. So we call them as Portuguese man of war. A is Adamsia, also called as sea animal. A is Adamsia, also called as sea animal. Then one P is left. This P is Pennatula, also called as sea pen. पहले ज़माने में we used to write with the feathers, ना? So it looks like that type of pen. So we call it as sea pen, right? And so we have already done Physalia, Adamsia, please Physalia, Adamsia, Pennatula, Gorgonia, Meandrina. I am going to, I don't know why did I write it then, OMG Papa. What is O over here? This is maybe just to put it, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe one, this first and last is just added extra, right? To just make complete the sentence. Just you remember MGPAP. These are the important examples. OMG Papa. Remove the O, remove the A, and whatever is left, you will get an example. This is Meandrina, Gorgonia, Physalia, then this is Adamsia, and this is Pennatula. So these are some of the very common examples. Let us see. I am just showing you. This is how the Physalia looks. Just some figures. This is called as, the stinging animal is called as Portuguese man of war because it looks like a Portuguese battleship. Not the helmet, it looks like a Portuguese battleship. Now this is very important, Adamsia. Adamsia के लिए आपके NCERT में लिखा नहीं है, but a question comes. This Adamsia which is a coelenterate, since this is non-motile, it is found in polyp form. So it lives in symbiotic association with hermit crab. Crab is a type of mollusca. ये इसके body के अंदर पाया जाता है. See, it comes. This is the crab. It attaches. It will ascend the body of the crab. What happens? Since it has stinging cells, it gives protection to the crab from predation. In return, the crab gives, it helps it to move here and there in search of food. So this is a symbiotic relation. Symbiotic means ek haath do, ek haath do. I'm giving you something, I'm taking something with you. So they stay together for mutual benefit. Where this, because of its stinging cells, it gives protection to the crab, and this crab in turn, it helps it move to distances in search of food, since it is a non-motile form. So this you will hermit crab ke saath iska symbiotic association, you will learn it, this is very important. Now this is how the sea pen looks. Looks how beautiful. The sea pen or the Pennatula. Now this is how the Gorgonia or the sea fan it looks, and this is how the brain coral looks. Okay. Now that we have done all the major examples, the mnemonic is OMG Papa. Remove O and remove A. जो बीच का है, you will remember the 5 examples along with the diagrams. We will have a quick look at the NCERT to see what is there in your NCERT. Open page 50 of your NCERT. They are aquatic, mostly marine. Then they are free swimming, radially symmetrical. These are some of the diagrams. Polyp and Medusa, right? Medusa, polyp, Adamsia. Oh, I now remember OMG Papa. That O was Obelia. Metagenesis जिसमें पाया जाता है. One extra, right? That you had to know. That is Obelia. ठीक है? So they have nidoblast. See this? This is nidoblast, also called as nematocyst. Another name, you'll learn it. They have a tentacle and they have spine-like structures. They are used for anchorage, defense, and for capture of prey. Very, very, very important function. This will come. What are nidoblast cells and what is their function? Level is tissue level. They are diploblastic. They have hypostome. Digestion is extracellular and intracellular. They form corals. They are formed as polyp and this. Okay, then Hydra, Adamsia, some common examples. Then there is Aurelia, and now then it shows metagenesis, Obelia. Now I know what it is. OMG Papa, why I have said it. This O is Obelia from here. This O is Obelia from here. right? And this A is Aurelia or the jellyfish. इन दोनों का वहाँ फोटो नहीं बना था. So now the example is correct. This is Obelia, this is Meandriana, Gorgonia, Penatula, Adamsia, then this is Penatula के बाद Portuguese man of war, and this is your Aurelia. 2 extra example other than that, that is in your theory part. So with that we come to an end to coelentrates. I just want to tell you few things that are found unique to coelentrates. Nidoblast, they are the first organism who are diploblastic. First, जिसमें gut आया है. Nidoblasts are found only in them. Metagenesis is found only in them. These are some characters unique to them. They form corals, that is again unique to them. So please, learn these. These are some of their unique characters which are not found elsewhere, right? So I hope you understood it well. In my next lecture, I am going to take up Ctenophora. Till then, goodbye and good luck.